So I am staying busy today, but as y'all know, I would have it absolutely no other way because right now we've got to talk about breaking news out of the Oklahoma Sooners regarding Caleb Williams as he has entered his name into the transfer portal, and we need to talk about what this means. But before we do, as always, y'all know the drill. I want to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes, N for no. Do you believe that Caleb Williams will ultimately stay in Oklahoma Sooner? And let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and comment down below. Those interactions are massive to content creators such as myself in both getting picked up and maintained by the YouTube algorithm. But with all that being said, we've got to break this down because this is a major storyline for the Oklahoma Sooners and for college football in general. Because Caleb Williams will now be the most sought after recruit in the transfer portal if I had to give my estimation. Being a quarterback that is dual threat and with a really high ceiling, almost every institution in the nation is going to try their luck at trying to get Caleb Williams' attention, and that's going to make this process incredibly intriguing to watch. Because Caleb Williams did not discount the possibility of him staying at Oklahoma, and in fact, in his statement, he said that he is entering the transfer portal to weigh his options, to talk to other programs, but he may not be leaving the Oklahoma Sooners. The Oklahoma Sooners are absolutely still on the table. And with that, I think we need to understand something and look at this from his perspective because, as fans, we can become impassioned by decisions such as these. But we also need to realize that this is a real person on the other side of this, with a family that wants what's best for him and Caleb wants what's best for him. And if Caleb believes that the best course of action right now is entering the transfer portal to weigh his options, well, then we have to respect that. Because it's not like he was in a situation where everything that was promised to him stayed the same. Caleb Williams was recruited by Lincoln Riley, and no matter how we feel about Lincoln Riley, the thought process in the nation from all angles was that this was an individual who was great with quarterbacks. And because of that, when Caleb committed, I'm not saying that's the only reason he committed to Oklahoma, but when the nation is regarding Lincoln Riley as a really solid quarterback coach, you're far more likely to get top-rated quarterbacks because they want to be developed by someone who's regarded as a top quarterback coach. When Lincoln Riley left, that put Oklahoma and Caleb Williams in a precarious situation. And even though I've said on this channel multiple times, and I absolutely still stand by my opinion in this regard, that Levy's offensive system, or at least the offensive system I believe he will bring to Oklahoma, would be incredibly impactful for Caleb Williams, that's Caleb Williams' decision to make. It is, however, my opinion that the Levy system is one that would allow Caleb Williams to continue progressing as a passer while being able to showcase his athleticism. If we look at what Ole Miss did, they were able to use their quarterback in a myriad of ways to affect the game, and it kept defenses on their toes. And so, in theory at least, if you are Caleb Williams, that's a great system for you to be in. It allows you to affect the defense, but it also allows you to showcase the depth of ability you have. But with Caleb Williams entering his name into the transfer portal, one of the most intriguing things that I think needs to be watched is where and what institutions garner his attention. Because Caleb Williams is someone that has that starting experience and was able to help Oklahoma tremendously this season. And even outside of that, by all accounts, he is a stand-up guy. And it's because of that I think we need to realize that this isn't a cut and dry black and white situation. There was a lot that went on in the background of this situation, and I can't imagine being Caleb Williams and his family right now. I can't imagine this was an easy decision or one they made lightly. And like I said, by all accounts, he seems like such a stand-up guy and a thoughtful person at that, that this has to be a situation and a decision that he's put a lot of thought into. Ultimately, I am really intrigued to see where Caleb Williams ends up. Because even though I think he has got such a deep set of skills and such a high ceiling, development still needs to occur for the young man. And I think we saw at portions this year that he has a lot of raw ability, but that raw ability still needs to be developed into the quarterback he could be. Because if that development occurs, that's what's going to be huge. Now, there's been a lot of talk about NIL and all of this, and here's what I will say in that regard. I have heard from people that while NIL is great, Caleb Williams is a quarterback that looks to go into the first round of the NFL draft. And in its current capacity, NIL money pales in comparison to NFL money. And one thing we have to understand, and one of the reasons I keep bringing up development, is there's a massive difference in how much you get paid from being a first round pick to a second and third round pick. The money's great regardless, but there is a world of difference, and that is life-changing money that you could miss out on. And so for Caleb Williams, it's going to be a situation we have got to watch, not only Oklahoma fans, but college football fans in general, because you already know there are going to be a myriad of institutions doing everything they can to garner the attention of the former five-star quarterback and the quarterback who set the Oklahoma Sooners fan base on fire with his high-level play this season. But with that, I am very intrigued in hearing from all of you. Hop down to the comments, let me know. We will be doing a live stream at 5:30 Central Time today. We're going to be talking about this, a ton of other things. I would love to have you along. Stop by, talk football, and hang out. But that's it. See ya.